Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? Today I want to discuss how to write research paper, because most of you have already done with your research proposal, and you have downloaded datasets as well. So now you are going to develop a research paper, full research paper. So it's not a difficult job since you have already worked on a research proposal. So it's very easy to convert a research proposal into a research paper, because you have fulfilled all the requirements in your research proposal. Okay, so I will go one by one, step to step, so that you can understand easily. And if you are stuck with it, or you are confused about any section or anything, just let me know. I'll be available during the course class timing. So you can ask me question whether through email or Google Classroom, or even some people are in my WhatsApp group as well. So let's start converting your research proposal into a research paper. Okay, so first you need to put your abstract into it, which you have already done, written in the first half of our class. So abstract. Okay, and if you want, I can give you resources about abstract as well if you forgot, but I think all of you have submitted the abstract, and I have marked those abstracts. I have given you feedback on abstracts as well, so there is no excuse about abstracts. So after abstract, just go to introduction and background, which is also done at your end. You have already done this part in your research proposal, and along with it, just merge it with your literature review. Okay, so don't write literature review and introduction and background separately. Just write one good lengthy introduction, background, and literature review. Just merge it, combine it together, and write a nice introduction. Okay, after introduction, you can tell the what's your problem statement, like what's the problem, what you want to do through this research, what kind of issue you want to address, what kind of problem you want to solve with this research. Okay, so that's called maybe problem statement. It's a nice small paragraph you can write. Just highlight the problem you want to solve, or maybe the issue you want to address. Okay, so that's problem statement. It's a small paragraph. Okay, let me put them into. All right. So after problem statement, you can go to objectives, research objectives, and then proceed to research question. Most of you guys have already developed research objectives and research questions. So if you are having any kind of issue, just give me your idea and I will help you in refining your research objectives and questions. Okay, so just one single research question. Okay, then move to methodology section, and I have spent a lot of time in methodology, and I have repeated it several times, but I'm going to repeat it again so that you guys are okay with that, very clear about that. Okay, so methodology, you will write three sections in methodology. Three sections in methodology. The first section will be overall nature of methods. For example, you can write this paper is a qualitative study, or maybe it's quantitative in nature. So you know the difference between quantitative and qualitative. So if you are dealing with the numbers only, you can say it's a quantitative in nature. But if you are conducting interviews or focus group discussion or something like that, or maybe telephonic interview or something like that, you can say it's a qualitative in nature. So that's overall the nature of your study. Okay. Nature of your study or your paper. And then you will write the data and collection methods. You will tell what is your data and how you're going to collect it. For example, you are studying something related to students, university graduates, and you will say my data will be collected from university graduates. Okay, so how you gonna collect data? You will tell that I will conduct telephonic interviews, or maybe you can say, okay, it's a survey. I will choose a survey method and I will collect this data through any survey software, for example, Google Forms, or maybe SurveyMonkey, or you can say I will collect data by something else, like even Microsoft Forms, or anything you want. Okay, so that's you will identify your data, and then you will identify the methods of collection. How are you gonna collect data? And it's very easy these days because everybody is connected through WhatsApp, Facebook, and other social media. So what you can do, if you want to conduct a survey, and you have created 10 questions on survey, just create a questionnaire on Google Forms. And we have discussed this Google Forms earlier in the class. And if you are familiar with SurveyMonkey, you can do that. You can go to SurveyMonkey and create a free account, and they allow free version. And with this free version, you can actually ask 10 questions. But in Google, there is no restriction. Even in Microsoft, there is no restriction. So just go to Google or Microsoft or any other software which you are familiar with, and create a questionnaire and send it to your friends or your family members, or anywhere, even on the social media, on the Facebook, to the public. So whoever will look at it, he or she will answer your questions. So for quantitative, it's good if you get data about 50 people from 50 respondents. And if you're conducting interviews, it's okay if you conduct interviews between maybe 10 to 15. Okay, it may be telephonic interviews, or maybe you can send them question and you can ask them to record their audio and send it to you, or video or whatever, or maybe you can call them and record the call, or maybe you can write. If you're good fast in writing, then you can write their responses. Okay, so that's how you gonna collect data. And the third one is data analysis. How you gonna analyze your data? So there are so many different methods of data analysis. Like most of the people who were conducting qualitative study, they were going for discourse analysis, maybe critical discourse analysis. And you can write just narrative analysis. Like you can just do your commentary that this is data, I collected this data and they said this and they said that. It's simple analysis. And the section I want to address before conclusion, actually two more sections. The second last, which is most important, and that is discussion actually. Your results and discussions. So you will highlight your results or findings. I'll say findings as well. And then you can discuss those results and findings. For example, you are conducting a political survey. I'm giving you an example, very simple example. And you ask them which political party you like, and you have given them 3 options. PTI, PMLN and PPP. And for example, 15% people say we like PTI, 10% people say we like PMLN, and maybe 8% people say okay, we like PPP. Okay, so the next question will be, your discussion will be that why they like, these 10% people like PMLN, why not PTI, why not PPP, and why the people who like PTI, they wanted to vote for PTI, why they like PTI, why they will vote for PTI, why not PPP or why not PMLN. So that will be your discussion. So in discussions you can bring any issue, any hurdle. You can say okay, this if you are conducting some kind of research on this pandemic situation, you can say okay, so this is spreading because of this, you know, and this is increasing, the numbers are increasing because of test facility. Previously we didn't have test facility, now we have test facility and we are testing more people and more positive results are coming, and something like that. Okay, so the reason behind that phenomena, pattern, okay, regularities. So you can discuss all those things. So highlight your results. Does this percentage or this percentage or 80% were males and 20% were females, or demographically you can say they belong to rural area, urban area, or something like that, whatever you want to bring in. For example, age factor, you can say okay, most of the people who like PTI, they belong to this age group. Okay, they are young people, and most people who like PPP, they are old or they are females, or maybe you can say okay, the middle-aged people like PMLN, something like that. So why is that? So then ask this question to yourself, why is that? Then you can bring on some evidence that okay, this was happening and this, the PML government was very good in increasing their salaries or increasing economic activities in the country, and that's why the traders love them and they want to elect them again. And similarly you can say okay, the PTI people, they are young and they are against the corruption in this country, and that's why they bring PTI into power, and they are now asking the government, where is your anti-corruption laws and why you are not acting like you promised earlier during the elections. Okay, and then the last part is conclusion. And in conclusion, you can wrap up your discussions, you can wrap up your results. You can say, okay, I started off this study by asking this question, this was my problem, and I wanted to solve this problem, I wanted to answer this question, and while answering this question, I adopted this methodology, and I collected data from this, and then I actually found the results, which are these, and this was this, and this was it, and then you can propose some recommendation as well. After conclusion, you you can suggest some recommendations that okay, this was happening, but I think if we can do this, then we will definitely, or we can improve this issue, we can improve this situation. Okay, so that was it, and that's so simple to convert your research proposal into a research paper. Okay, so these are the main ingredients. If you follow these sections, you can easily write a research paper. Okay, and thank you for watching, and I will come with another video very soon. Okay, thank you. See you soon, inshallah. Allah Hafiz. Take care of your families. Allah Hafiz.